Well, taking a look at the decisions as is being publicized about the National Council of States meeting yesterday. Honorable Babatunde Ogala joins us now. He is a legal practitioner, also a member of Presidential Campaign Council of the APC. Thank you for coming on today.
It's my pleasure being here, Premier. Good morning.
Well, this decision by the Council of States, we understand that there wasn't a common resolution on the elections, and that INEC was told to consult with national electoral commissioners, resident electoral commissioners, and political parties, and then announce to Nigerians what their final decision is, even though before then he has spoken up about their readiness to proceed with the polls. What do you think of that?
Well, let me quickly say here that I find it interesting that we're even debating what we ought not to be debating. INEC is the body that is constitutionally empowered to organize elections and fix dates for such. There is a presumption that INEC, when I hear things like consult with the electoral commissioners, there's a presumption that that has been done. But however, the commission had come forward to say, we are ready. It fixed a date. You recall, I was here maybe about 2 months ago when I said INEC did not appear prepared. But if we look at data, what has been reeled out as collection rates of the permanent voters card, I think as of today, it would appear to me that if you have achieved some 75% collection, including even in the Northeast,
I think it's 65.5.
65.52.
Yeah.
Even in the Northeast, where they're already averaging 81%. In the Northeast, which is the troubled area, and the body says, I am prepared, has fixed a date for the elections, and I heard somebody say, it showed on preparedness if INEC says we could even be giving out PVCs until the night before the elections. For crying out loud, these are documents that are ready. It's just for you to, even on election day, who says you cannot pick up your PVC and go there and vote? It's not that you are just preparing the document.
That doesn't preclude anybody.
Sorry, it's not that you're just preparing anything new. These cards are there. They are yours.
Just a moment. It doesn't.
You're not registering new voters.
It doesn't preclude anybody from being able to suggest.
Yes.
That or advise.
Yes.
Or ask.
Yes.
That INEC, considering what is on the ground,
yes.
Is it possible for us then to consider possibly a shift? We haven't even asked by how long are these people suggesting. The people
yes.
who say, let's consider a shift.
Yes.
We haven't even asked them how long they're considering. If
yes.
it's to ensure that everybody who needs to vote, for as many people
yes.
as need their cards, get it.
Yes.
What was wrong with that?
But is there any indication, as we speak, that those cards are not ready? As the people gone to their polling units, which has been open for a couple of days now, they've decentralized collection.
In Lagos?
Yes.
But it's not just Lagos that's going to
vote.
No,
it's not just about looking at Lagos alone. I've just given some figures. Look at collection rates across the country. Look at the statistics. Lagos, yes, was hovering around 45-50. Some, as of last week, I'm sure by now, Lagos should be doing far more better. So look at the collection rate across board. And if this body is saying, by my projection, by my calculation, this election we can hold. It has not, I mean, let's not forget that where the Constitution even says the Constitution provides for a situation where elections cannot be held for any reason and possibility of extending the tenure of the president and governors. But the specific section 62, subsection 4, it's very clear and specific on the circumstances. This is not one of such. So what are we talking about? No, sorry. I mean, I heard some elder statesmen, as they call themselves, even addressing a press conference and threatening fire and brimstone. The question we ask is, who is afraid of elections? Why this stringent call?
Is it about who is afraid, or
yes.
they are looking at the issues on ground and saying, well, look, if INEC is sure about this, proceed. But if you're not, then you have to do something
Well,
about
INEC
it.
says I'm sure.
Okay, but
INEC
you
says
see,
I'm ready.
let me-
INEC says I can meet my timelines.
But
Look,
INEC also spoke
let's
up
give-
yesterday.
Yes.
The part of the briefing that INEC gave
Yes.
that Council of State meeting, which let me see if I can quote some of it, because we understand that the chairman of INEC did brief the Council of State, and then before they came up with that
Yes.
decision of theirs. In that document, which is preparedness for the 2015 general elections progress report, INEC was said to have said that they received security report from the Office of the National Security Advisor
Yes.
about 4 states in the Northeast, stating that it's a new development that INEC cannot certainly ignore or take lightly. So it's not just predicated on distribution of PVC.
Let's be careful here. If you recall, the same National Security Advisor had a couple of weeks ago gone to Chatham House in London to canvass for a postponement. We know when some things are orchestrated and choreographed. Why should the National Security Advisor, at the point of the INEC chairman joining the meeting, hand him such a report?
Was it handed to him then, or he received it before?
That is the report we read, because you said it's reported. We also followed it
It was handed to him as he was
just
coming
before the
into...
meeting. But however, if in the same Northeast, where the National Security Advisor is saying you cannot hold elections for A, B, and C reasons, how come in the same Northeast there is as much as 81% collection rate of the permanent voters card?
I'm sorry, the report I see here says it was handed to him the day before.
Okay, let's say
not on that day.
the day before. Why does it have to be the day before? Look, when some things are choreographed, we know. The National Security Advisor, with all respect to him, lost credibility on this issue. I am partisan, and he showed clear partisanship with his campaign in Chatham House. As a National Security Advisor, he should, if he had any issues for INEC, I do believe he should direct it to INEC, not in Chatham House in London. For the National Security Advisor, now when this meeting has now been called, a day to the meeting, after you had been beating the drumbeat of postponement for so long, and it would appear the public is resisting. This is not just about the party.
Let's talk
Even
about
the public
public
want the
here,
elections to go on.
Mr. Ogala, let's
The
talk-
parties want the elections
Just
to go on.
a moment
Only
here.
one party
A moment here.
is canvassing for postponement.
Just allow me come in here. If you said the party also wants the election to hold,
Yes.
let's also go back to the headlines making rounds in the week
Yes.
and attributed to the governor of Lagos State,
Yes.
where he said until everyone has their voter's card, he won't participate. So if we have that,
That he won't participate.
yes,
He.
good. So
He.
That's symbolic.
That's
No,
symbolic.
he-
He's, he's not just the governor.
No, I did not
He's
read such
just
a report
a-
from that the governor said that. But
No, it was
however,
front page news
No,
in the
if he did say that, he said if he, I mean, the governor will not come up to say, oh, because I don't have my card. Yes, if you don't have your card, you will not participate.
No, but doesn't that, he was actually expressing his displeasure at
Yes,
the
displeasure.
distribution
Of
of
the
exercise.
the exercise?
Yes, that if he will not participate. But like INEC has said, by the 8th of February, everybody will have their cards. If, however, they qualified it, we cannot get cards to everybody by the 8th. If need be, we would give cards out until the day before the election.
You're in Lagos,
Until the
and specifically some of these local governments who had issues with their PVCs were in Alimosho,
Yes.
even around Surulere, and a
Yes.
couple of other places
Yes.
like Agege. So what's the vibe you're getting from your party members with the distribution in those areas?
I can tell you for free, and this is being very sincere, that the cards distribution has indeed improved tremendously. At least I know not 10, not 20, not even 100 persons. Because don't forget, we monitor these things. I'm in the mobilization committee in Lagos. I'm also doing field operations. So it's our duty to monitor and get real-time reports of distribution. Alimosho, the problem they had was that the cards had not come. Now the cards are there. And the people are collecting. Even some of my staff in the office live in the neighborhood. And before now, what they kept saying is, our batch had not come. But as of yesterday, I know at least that I know personally, not just field reports, people that I know personally that have collected could not have been.
Some of the figures released by INEC about the PVC distribution published in today's papers, I mean, this they also highlighted that. They talk about the number of PVCs yet to be delivered but paid for in the figure of 1.3 million.
Out of 60 million.
Number of PVC stolen and to be replaced, 1.1 million.
2.5 million.
And then you have PVCs collected as of February 5th is 45.9 million.
Out of 40, out
That's
of
about 65.8%
Out of 60 million.
registered voters.
That was as our date.
Today, it's published today. This is the
No,
latest figure from
the
INEC.
figure, yeah, the figure as our date.
As of February 5th.
And today is
So
what?
that, this is the, unless INEC updates this figure.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the current
So
figure.
if they had the figure as at 5th, yesterday morning, there is a presumption there were collections yesterday. Lagos state government has declared, and a couple of other states have declared today a public holiday, and the governor of Lagos State even made appeal to the private sector to let their staff have half a day. Then we have the whole of Saturday.
Yeah, but what do you think?
We also have the whole of